Hey everybody, it is Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and welcome to Card Making Wednesdays. Today I'm going to bring you guys a really fun card that is a lift the flap multi-layered card. And I got the inspiration from one of my card swaps, and this was the inspiration. So we're going to kind of play around with that concept. I've tweaked it and twerked it and kind of gone, that sounds kind of funny, but I've amended it a little bit. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's make a multi-layer or a flip the flap multi-layer card. There we go. So here they are. So these were the original cards. Hello, Danielle, that were part of the card swap. So what I loved about it was that it was this little lift the flap, and it was a large flap, right? So it lifted the flap, and she had one that went vertically. And these cards came from, these are from Mary Zimmerman. I was trying to see, she put MZ on there. It's Mary Zimmerman. She's been part of my card swap for a very long time. She's awesome. And so it's this little flap that lifts up right here. And she did it horizontally, and she did it also on the vertical card. I was like, oh, I love that idea. I love that concept. And then there's still a regular, well, for her, that was the main part of the card. I decided I wanted to have a little bit more to it, but this was my jumping point. So I love the idea. I'm just going to switch again. I love the idea of the card swaps for a lot of reasons, or for watching video tutorials. There is nothing wrong with getting inspired by somebody else's card or somebody else's creation. Art has been modified and pulled from, and like in all different facets, that those of us that are out there making video tutorials, our whole goal is to get you inspired and give you kind of like a jumping off point for you to go create. So by all means, and I've been asked this quite a few times, can I use one of your designs? Can I recreate your card? Yes, please. I would love if you did. I think that's probably the biggest compliment anybody could possibly give somebody else, saying, I love it so much, I want to make it myself, or I want to make my version of it. So that's what we're doing today. I'm making my own version of her inspiration, and that's where I went with this one. So what I did is I took this really cute die that I had, and I've had this one for a while. This is from Maker's Movement, and it's this really cool die that's like a pocketbook. So it's like a library card pocketbook. Tammy Tutorial made this particular die, and that's what this is right here, this little piece right here. And so I pulled some papers. These were from the Daisy Meadows from Close to My Heart. And yes, all the links are down below. And so I cut this out, and we're going to recreate this card, but differently. So I'm going to show you two ways to make this same card, but modified, basically. And then I open it up. I put the little library card. I actually stuck the library card inside of it, which is what this little die is right here, but you could totally leave it loose if you wanted to. Maybe you would like glue these parts together, and you would show that there's a little thing that you could pull out. You can have tons with that, fun with that. Layer on the front, and on the inside, I have a happy birthday, right? So for this card we're going to make together, I'm flip-flopping it. So where's my pieces? Here we go. So I have all my pieces that I cut out. Instead of putting the library card part on the outside, we're actually going to put it on the inside. Okay. And then we're going to build from the inside and then go out. So for this card, you pull it down, and then you also lift it up, right? For this card, we're going to have all the fun stuff on the inside. So I've done a couple of layers of paper from the Daisy Meadows. Which one do I want to do? I think I want to do this. I like that color better. We're going to see the yellow show up again. And it's such an easy little card. And even if you didn't have this little die right here that does this little pocket card, you could just do like she did on this card, where it's a rectangle that's folded in half. You could do the same thing, or like she did here, how it's folded in half this way. She had hers goes up. I'm pulling mine down. No wrong way to do this kind of a card. So I'm going to build the little flappy piece on the inside for this one. So I've got my first layer. Here's my second layer. So this is multi-layer. This is the multi-layers coming in. I love layers. Love layers. So I just want a little hint of that background paper in there. And because it matches. Oh, this is why I was going to do the yellow. It's all good. I had the yellow to match that because I had the blue to match this, but oops, it still works. There's no wrong way to do it, right? There's no right or wrong way to do any of this. So now I'm going to put my little piece in here. So I'm going to add adhesive to the back. And the longer a card will sit with a little bit of weight on it. So right now my little flap looks like it's popping out. Hi, Martha. the longer it sits, look how flat hers is not really popping up anymore. You're giving the card a little bit more time to get used to its new position. It was used to being open, and now we're going to close it. And yeah, this is on an A2 size card, but you could do a pocket card on just about anything, or a little lift the flap kind of a card. So our lift the flap is on the inside now. I've got this sapphire ink from Close to My Heart, and I matched it. So I color matched it. So we're going to put the little pocket right there. So I color matched it. I thought it looked really, really pretty. I checked it on the different colors of background paper because I'm doing it on this. I think I'm going to do it on the lighter tone, just a little bit of a difference. So that the cardstock, which is also from Close to Heart, they have just a little bit of a lighter color or a darker color on either side, which is really fun. Hey, Judy. Hey, Martha. Hey, Danielle. And as always, well, I've actually just kind of started this. I'm just going to, oops, you guys can't see me. I'm just stamping this on here. I'm going to do a Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions or any, comments or anything you want to chat about at the end, there we go. Magical day. I just like that. It matches with the blue in there, which I love. We'll leave the Q&A open to the end. So if you have anything you would like to chat about. Oh, and I did this upside down. I meant to put the little pieces at the bottom, but you know what? It's going to go this way now. So that's totally fine. You can go either direction. So if you noticed, I put them so that they're down on here, and I went for that they're up on here. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. You could even put like a little tag there. You can have all kinds of fun with that. So that's that. And for this one, I had a sticker set. So just to kind of a little bit of a sentiment on the front, I put a look at this. So it's reminding you to, oh, look at this. This one I think I'm going to leave plain. I'm not going to worry about it. So there, look how easy and fast that was. And again, if you don't have this, you could totally just do a rectangle, fold it in half, and that could be your little extra, fun thing that you're opening in a card. Now we're going to build the front. And I've got, again, layers, 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 lots and lots of layers. So we're going to build our layers. So I've got my first layer here. And so if you notice, these are all from the same paper pack, but I just picked, so this one I went with more of I went with this pattern paper and then matched the colors that went along with it. So I picked the dark blues and the pinks and really stuck with those colors. For this one, I picked this pattern paper as the mainstay and went, you know what? I'm going to go with the darker, like rose color, and then also with the yellow. So I'm really kind of popping those colors on there. And I'm going to do the lighter color on this side too. I'm just using my Xyron adhesive to stick everything down because I love it. So easy, so easy. So there we go. And then I want a little hint of some pattern paper. So see, lots of fun layers on there. No wrong way to do it. And yeah, links are all down below if you're interested. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. It's really pretty and sunny here in Austin, Texas. And then this piece is going to go right here, just like that. It's kind of, it matches the same width as like that peachy color. And I'm going to show you where this comes from. Hi, Pam, Northeastern Rural Nevada. Very fun. I love how you're very specific, like where in Nevada. She's like, not Las Vegas. That's what I got out of that. Because everybody thinks in Nevada, they're thinking Tahoe, Vegas, one of the two. All right, so now we've got that panel. And I have already pre-cut a couple of things. So we are going to recreate this happy birthday, this little happy birthday thing. So this is a die that is from Maker's Movement again. This is called the Happy Birthday die set. And it comes with this outside piece, which I've already die cut twice right here, which I just popped that off. It's okay. And then it also comes with this part where you get all the letters and they're combined. Still has a little thing right here. Awesome. All right. So what I did is I went ahead and die cut both these pieces. The yellow is going to be my background, but we're going to build it so it looks like this. Super, super simple. It's going to pop that off to the side there. So I already die cut this out and I'm going to line this up so I give myself that little bit of a border. And I'm actually going to stick this to the back of my die here so it doesn't roll around. This is one you have to line up just perfectly. Yes, not Vegas. I love that. It's a very different portion of the country. I know somebody who is coming from, who lived in Nevada for a big chunk of her life. And she said, it's a very different type of Nevada when you get away from Vegas or get away from Tahoe. It's a very just cool part of the country. And I've never visited any other part but Vegas or Tahoe. I wish I really should. All right. So I'm just going to put this over top just like that, just to make sure it doesn't wiggle around. You guys notice I have my, I put my lippy stuff on right before. So not like you're seeing my face for a whole lot of it, but I still feel like I should do my hair a little bit better, which is just a top knot. And then I need to put a little bit of lip shiny on. All right, so run that through. There we go. And then lift up. And now we have all the little pieces, and I'm just gonna very carefully lift this up, move this out of the way. There we go. And pop it out. Now you could completely get rid of all the little letters in here, which we're going to, and you could completely get rid of all these little letters, and you could go through and you could do another color, and you could inlay them into this, which is perfectly set for inlaying. But I like the idea of an overlay, which means I am just going to overlay this over here. And so you see the color from under instead of just like placing it inside. I'm kind of doing it backwards in a roundabout way, if that makes sense. You could also do a third color if you wanted to, which means that everywhere there would be a B or the I, top of the I, or the inside of the P or the A's, that's where you'd see the color. But to make sure that these little pieces make sense, I'm going to pull out all of those inside pieces right here. So we got that. We need to keep all these little guys. Otherwise, you're not going to have the inside of your P. It's going to look like that. You can't have empty P's or empty D's or empty B's. So I got to find all those little bits. I decided I wasn't going to mess with the A. I'm like, nah, not going to do that. Too many little pieces. And I think, here it is. It's still caught inside my die. So I just got to pop this out. Here we go. So now I have my 4 little bits. I could save these letters. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any of these letters. So this is kind of like if you want to use the negative of it, you can. I chose not to use the letters themselves. Maybe I'll save them for another project. And now I just got to lay this on top of this. I'm almost liking this color version better, but I went with this already, so we're sticking with it. Some people love these warm colors, and they're beautiful colors. It's just, that's a personal preference. So I'm going to take this and my Xyron sticker maker. I'm going to run it through very carefully. Make sure I don't. Now, what I mean by very carefully is first I got to get this thing started. Hopefully this is not running out. There we go. And I want to make sure I lay it because this is very long. I don't want to have it tilt to one side and then it gets caught. So very gently pull this through. And then so I don't waste too much more space, I'm going to start putting my little pieces in here and then kind of pull through. Come on, catch. I'm not pulling very hard, and that's the problem. I'm being very, very careful. There we go. And I don't want to waste. I mean, I still have, here we go. So there's still a little bit left in there. So it's me being very, very careful. You should come see the Ruby Mountains and all the beauty in the high desert. Lots of ranches. Oh, I would love to. I would love to come up there. One day, when COVID's not crazy, we're going to make like some amazing road trips and go places. My son's sitting over here like, yeah. One day we'll be back out and we'll be traveling around. I have to tell you, my biggest guilty pleasure right now is I've been watching a travel vlogger couple go around. Right now they're traveling around the United States in like a little camper van. But it's been like I'm getting work done, I'm sending emails, I'm doing this, and then I have it going off in the background. Their episodes are only like 10, 15 minutes, and they traveled like before this is like year 5 of them doing this. So I'm catching up to all their previous ones, but then watching their more new ones that are coming out. They're really fun. If you guys ever want to watch them, it's Nate or Kara and Nate. Really kind of cool. Little fun thing. They got like a few million subscribers, so it's not like I'm helping them out by giving them shout outs. They could give me a shout out. That would be awesome. Totally different related in videos. So now that I pulled off that top, I did rub it really well. And now we're going to pull this piece off. And now I don't have to worry about glue. I don't have to worry about, trying to get it in there. It's all turned into one giant sticker. So I'm just carefully pulling this off so I don't rip it because there's lots of little pieces in here. There we go. And then the hardest part about the whole thing is making sure I lay this perfectly in line. And I did a little bit off right there. I don't know if you guys can tell. But now I'm going to come in, and as long as I get, because once it's stuck down, it's going to be, it's not it is permanent. You've got a little bit of wiggle room time. But I don't want to rip the paper is the main point. So just do your best to line it up. There it is. I did a pretty good job. There we go. And then there might be like little sticky pieces, what I call cobwebs. So I just take my finger and I just kind of go round and round and round, and it's going to pull up all those little bits, whatever is kind of left. I've seen a couple of people do some fun tricks, but to me, this is the easiest. As long as you don't have a dirty finger, so make sure your finger is not dirty, because that would not be good, because then you're going to smear. Make sure you don't ink on your hands, and you're just getting rid of all that little extra adhesive and kind of cleaning it off and rubbing it through. And look at that. Look how easy it was to make that little layered piece. Now I'm going to go in with all, because these are all little sticker pieces too. I'm going to go in and layer all of these on here. Look how fast and easy these cards are. They're so fun. And then another one right there. And the last little one for the D. And if you really want to, you could have done both of the A's. I'm not going to, because if I can find them, where'd they go? Here on my desk. I have these. And they match perfectly. They come with the sets. This is the Happy Meadows from Close to My Heart. Again, links are all down in the information. And I am going to put the little enamel dot. So I'm going to do this for the A's. So I'm going to match the color because it matches perfectly. Little enamel dot right there. Little enamel dot right there. If I can get it off my finger. Come on. Off. It's stuck. I know some people love using tweezers for these things. I like using my hands. There's a reason why I like paper crafts. So there's little A's. You could leave it. I mean, I didn't put them on this one, and it looks so like you can still read happy birthday. It's not like it's absolutely necessary. And then there's on my little fuzzy balls of stuff. That's going to fit right on here. So there it is. It's got all those beautiful layers. So we're going to put some adhesive. I should have done I should have done my whatchamacallits, my enamel dots last, because I needed to get this on. I could totally run this back through my sticker maker, but I really leave my sticker maker for really intricate stuff and not for big things I can get my tape runner on, because it's not super cheap. And I am a little bit of a penny pincher. So I'm not going to waste money on something that I don't have to. Hey, Morgan, just as a heads up, UPS truck is here, and guess who's going to be a barky, barky, barky? I'm like, I can see the UPS truck coming, and my dog's going to be like, woo. So can you please take care of the dog? Yay, thank you. I saw a sign that I was supposed to sign for this. So let's see if he'll just drop it off at the door. Is he upstairs? Okay. Hopefully he just drops it off. All right. And then I decided I want to have a few more enamel dots. So I'm going to do the light blue ones. And I'm just going to pick a few. Just one, just two, and a little three. Just a little something. Just right there. I have them, so why not use them? Canada's in the house. Oh, he gave it to my daughter. Yay, the packages came. Okay. Little side note. I already have revealed it. Jill Press is my client. So she's coming to the door. Can you help your sister please get the boxes? Thanks. So Gel Press is on Erin Makes With, which is my show on Friday. They're noon central, and the supplies just arrived. I was chatting with Cheryl today doing our pre-show run through, and she's like, have they come yet? I'm like, not yet. But UPS says it's going to come today between 1 and 5. It's 5:20. So it's a little bit later, but not too bad. But Gel Press, all the supplies came. It's going to be so exciting. And there's giveaways. You got to come back. It's amazing giveaways. All right, back to the card. All right, so here we go. I mean, we're pretty much almost close to done. We'll do a Q&A after, and we'll chat a little bit after. So don't run away, don't run away. So super cute cards. This one's got a plain front, what I would call a normal looking front of a card, and a few little enamel dots. Then you open it up, and you have a fun little flap. You can open it up. Hope your day is magical. Or you could do a happy birthday or whatever you want. This one, I've put the flap on the front of the card. It's just a little bit of a different space. And you open it up. Again, same thing. All I did was swap which one was in the front, which was in the back. And again, I changed out the colors. And the happy birthday part, I just put on the inside. I didn't do all the layers because it was just the inside of the card. You totally could do all the fun layers. I probably wouldn't do the enamel dots on the inside because I want my card to lay a little bit more flat. But, you know, even with all the layers in here, this card is not that thick. I mean, it's really, really not too bad. And then this one's obviously not that thick either. I don't know if it would take extra postage to do these particular cards, but I just think they're fun. I love cards that have a little bit of an extra go, oh, look at that. Or, ooh, look at that. And then there's even more on the inside. You know, why not dress up your cards a little bit? So it's just kind of fun. It's a little bit more to just your average card, which I love fun fold cards. I love interactive cards. I love cards that have just something a little bit different to them, a little bit of a change. Techniques are a blast, which is great too. I love doing fun techniques. I love cards that when we open them and we do something with them, it's just kind of one of those, ooh, that's cool. Okay, now my dog is sitting at the front door going, there's a package. I missed the dude. Where'd the guy go? I know he was supposed to be here. The man in brown, he's my friend. Why can't he be here? He already came and left. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that you would like to ask, I'd be happy to answer them. This is our Q&A session right now. I'll do some quick announcements. So if you're just new to my Card Making Wednesdays, we go live every Wednesday. For right now, we're 5 p.m. Central. I also have my Erin Makes With, which I do every Friday at noon. And this upcoming week is gel press. So we're playing a little bit about gel press. We also have some giveaways, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Lots of fun things coming on. And then on the 16th, which is a Friday night, the 16th of April, I am having my Crafters View Show, which is a panel anywhere between 6 to 10 people total. And this next panel is all about card making. So I have different people coming on. They're either card makers, they're YouTuber card makers, they're manufacturers of supplies that go. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge of one lady who has like a card making summit. So there's so many fun people that are on this panel, and we'll be having questions, and we'd love to also get questions from you guys to ask the panel about card making. You could do a gift card inside of this. Yes, you could totally do a gift card. So let me just switch back. I love that idea. So earlier in the video, I was mentioning, what is gel press? Oh, I'll explain. Let me explain this one first. So if you put a little adhesive on either side of this, it would make a little pocket. And that would be a perfect little place to put a gift card right inside of there. Now he's getting excited. Gel press. Oh, gel is in G-E-L, so gel press. They are a company that has a gel plate, and you can do all kinds of really cool mixed media stuff with it, which includes cards. It creates really beautiful backgrounds and shapes and all kinds of cool stuff. And so we'll be playing around with that. The Erin Makes With show is all about, sorry, a little itchy on my back, a little bit of chatting, a little bit of creating, and also a lot of fun. So if you're interested to see some new products, anything new, that's what the show is all about. And it's just a good time. So you'll be learning all about gel press when you come on Friday at noon, and there's giveaways. There's a giveaway live on the show, but for any reason you can't watch the show live, and it'll be filmed live here on my YouTube channel and also on Facebook. You can also catch it after the fact, and there's also a second giveaway for anybody who watches the replays on any of the places that we're streaming from. So it'll be super cool. This card went super fast. Usually I'm like 45 minutes and I'm still like chatting away. This one went really, really faster than I thought. So hopefully my son's like, yep, good job. Good job. Oh, you could pop dot it and leave it as a folder. Ooh, good idea. Good idea. Good idea. I love all you guys' ideas. You guys are just phenomenal. So thank you so much. If you have any further questions, if there's any questions I missed, because sometimes I tend to be like, say goodbye, click off, I will answer them in the comment section. So hopefully these inspired you to make a little bit more of a fun interactive card, a little pull down card like this, or a card where you open it up and then pull down. It's even more fun. And they're not hard to make. You could even do these particular cards if you don't have the file folder die that I use, because I use the Maker's Movement die. If you don't have this die, you could totally just do it with a rectangle that you fold in half. So just measure it so that would fold in half. You have enough space and super easy. Sounds like a lot of fun. It's like the Lavinia Stamp Lady. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but oh, do you think gel press is easier than ink blending? Ooh, it's different, I will have to say. Gel press or the gel plates, to do it on gel plates, you can do so much with it. There's so many different surfaces and different types of mediums. So it's not just being able to use ink. You can use paint, you can use ink, you can use mists. You can have so many different types of designs. You can do designs within it. There's a lot you can do with it. So it's a very different kind of application that you can already use with a lot of supplies you have at home. And you don't need anything really super fancy besides just the gel plate to do your projects. And sky's the limit. So we're going to give you tons of inspiration and a ton of ideas when you come, because they've got an amazing design team. Just search gel press, or you can even check out the video. It's already premiered on Friday. So you can check out Friday, and there's links to all of their stuff, to their YouTube, to their Facebook, to their main site, and all that kind of things. So do you need special paper? No, I use copy paper, the cheapest copy paper you can get. And that's probably the best thing. So I'm going to use like plaid paint and copy paper, and it's just their plate. That's the key thing. So you're going to have to come check it out and see all the cool stuff that's going on with gel press, because it is really cool. So yay, new products for a lot of people. I love that. So I will answer so many more questions about gel press on Friday on the show, noon Central, Facebook, YouTube. I will see you there. And for today, have an amazing, amazing day. Don't forget to stay safe and also get out there and just create. Bye, everybody.